What's good, my lovely peoples? It's your main man, Solace, the humble wise one. Out here on the land, I'm in good spirits. Let me get me a little seat. Oh. Y'all know I'm ghetto. Yeah, like I was saying, it's your main man, Solace, the humble wise one. Today I want to do this video called The Master Teacher. And I want to direct this video to the brother Eligio. Now this video is in humble spirit, so there's no need for anyone to cause a ruckus or get this misconstrued. Before I even go into the video, I want to give y'all a little history. Because I always look at Eligio as my twin brother in knowledge. This is what we used to refer to each other as, because we the same age. And out of all the teachers, when I first came, he was the first one to actually reach out. And he told me, like, yo, you special, man, you the one. And then we had a little falling out or whatever, and then we just stopped dealing with each other. But I don't want anyone to get confused or lost and think that I got any malice in my heart against them, anything like that. I just want to do this video because I seen another brother. I can't remember his name. I think his name is Freak. It's some DMT Freak or TMT Freak. I'm not sure his name, but he did a video directed at Eligio, and it seems like they got a little quarrel now. But I want to do this video going into Master Teacher, because Eligio uses this word a lot. He refers to himself as a Master Teacher. And I fully understand when we in the knowledge and we begin to teach and others begin to follow. This is what causes the ego, and this is what causes a person to feel that they are above others. Now, we may say in our words that we don't feel like we're above. So Eligio will never say that he feels above those who follow him. But when you use the word master, you have to grasp. This is a word of status. This is a word for dominion. So it's a deep thing y'all have to grasp. If the word is being used, it doesn't matter what's said. The word has its meaning. And its meaning is of dominion. And when you speak of master, you're talking about status now. And this is why I say no one should ever call themselves a master teacher. When you refer to yourself as a master teacher, this is when one begins to get lost. So it's just like in the Bible when it speaks of Lucifer, and he was the wisest of all, and he began to view himself as above others. You begin to cut yourself off from knowledge. Now, we all know that the life is infinite. The life started before us, and when we die or pass on, life still goes on. So the life is infinite, therefore knowledge is infinite. If you master something, this means you fulfilled it. Not only do you know it in its entirety, but you're a master of it. Now, if you're a teacher, and teacher has to do with knowledge, and knowledge is infinite, how can one ever be a master teacher? And it's a deep thing y'all have to grasp. When you become a master, you're full up. There's nothing else you can learn. And it's a deep thing y'all have to grasp. Once one views himself as a master, they no longer learn. This is why they call themselves a master. Because they know it so well that they mastered it. Now, when one is lost in ego, in mastery, in status, well, then we'll reach for ways to justify what is said. So we'll say things like, no, it's not about mastering the knowledge, but it's about mastering oneself. But you have to understand, you're the spirit. And the spirit is eternal and infinite. So you can never master yourself. You just have to know yourself. But to master self, there goes that ego again. And it's a deep thing because there's nothing to be mastered. See, I could call myself a master teacher, but I never will. And there's other teachers like me that will never call themselves a master teacher either. Because it's an automatic block from receiving. And it's a deep thing I have to grasp. I'm not directing this video at the brother Eligio to cause any ruckus or confusion. If he gets mad towards this video, this should only show him that there is a little bit of ego there. If he gets angered, you have to understand, the anger is within. It has nothing to do with me. See, y'all have to understand, I cannot create your emotion. I cannot create anger for you. I can only arouse what is already within you. So it's a simple, deep thing you have to grasp. If you get angered, you got to sequester yourself. Basically, spend a time alone. Now, after you spend a time by yourself, if you're still angered, it is because the anger is within you. Because whatever was making you angry is no longer around. A lot of people have anger from years ago. Whatever made them angry or whatever person made them angered is no longer around, but they're still mad. And this is how you have to understand, the anger is within. No one can create the anger. It has to already be in you. It can only be rattled and aroused. And it's a deep thing you have to grasp. But this video is not to target Eligio or make him feel bad in any way or anything like that. I'm not trying to pick at him or anything like that. This has nothing to do with anything personal. It's just the master teacher thing. I want everyone to continue to progress in receiving knowledge, because that's all I'm about, the knowledge. And I want everybody to progress in knowledge. That's the whole point. The more knowledge that we all receive, the more truth can be spread about. In the mastering and all of these type of things, it's not good. I actually seen the DMT freak brother. He was making a video against Eligio. And he put up, I guess, one of Eligio video clips. And Eligio was cursing him out in the video clip, and he had brothers standing behind him. And they basically, you know how that goes. Sort of like the Hebrew Israelites. And he was kind of like their master in a sense. And it's a deep thing you have to grasp, because it's the word. Master teacher, he views himself as a master. And all masters have servants or followers. And it's a deep thing, because the way the brothers were standing behind him, it was like they were his servants, and it was just a deep thing. I don't want anyone to get off course when dealing with the knowledge, because the knowledge is a tricky thing. It's easy to get lost in the ego. This is why I always say the humble servant. So even if my actions are not completely of humility yet, I'm on the path, I'm trying. So this is why I always say humble servant, as a reminder for self. Just to never put myself in a category of being a master or nothing like that. If someone can acquire more knowledge than me, then this is good. So I don't go against any of the teachers or their teachings, because I don't want anyone to seem like they're wiser than me. Anyone wiser than me, I'm all ears, mouth closed. Because I'm an observant person, so this is what I pull for anyway. But When I do go against the teachers and I say that I'm the wisest, it's just because that's what I feel like. But it's a deep thing. I don't want the brother Eligio to get anything twisted or feel any kind of way. At the end of the day, it's like I said, man, I always look at him as my twin brother in this knowledge. Even if he's going off course a little bit, it doesn't matter to me because I'm not a student or a follower of anything but the life. So someone going off course, it doesn't make me mad or anything. It's just like I just rather everybody be on course. And the life is a deep thing, man. We have to start learning from the life. Nothing in the life has dominance or was granted dominance over another thing. If you feel like humans are special and we're the most smartest, well, then it was only to complement the life that is already here. So it's a deep thing you have to grasp. Nothing is above or dominant or master to another thing. We all just be. Whether it's vegetation, the birds, whatever it may be, we all just be and we all just exist. And everything in a life, in a whole, is the life. Bodies within bodies. I know it's hard to grasp because we live on what y'all call a planet. But it's not a planet. You have to understand the solar system, which is the sun, the planets revolving around it. This is the immune system, and the solar system is just a macro body, a living person, no different than you. And all the living organisms that live on what we call a planet, we are just the micro cells within the solar. So it's a deep thing you have to grasp. We're viewing the planet and things wrong. This is how you get the flat earth theories and all these other things. It's because we can't truly grasp that we live inside of a person. And I know that's a hard thing to grasp, but the micro cells that live within you, they're people also, and they have a life and they live. A brother asked me, he said, do you think the micro cells within our body have fun? Are they happy? Do they be sad? And I told him, brother, just imagine if all the suns, which are solar systems, just imagine if they viewed the micro cell life within them and said that same thing to one another. I wonder if they're happy and they doing things. Mind you, we're the micro cells within the solars. The planets and things like this that revolve around it, so the scientists say, however y'all want to view it, this is nothing more than the organs. So you have organs within your body. This would be your kidneys, your heart, liver, things like this. And then you have the micro cells that live within these things or on these things. And it's the same with the solar system. The planets are nothing more than the organs, and we're the micro cells that live within or on the organs. And it's a simple, deep thing, man. The sun is dropping right now. It's a beautiful thing. It's a cloudy day, but the spirit is bright. It's a deep thing, man. I'm pulling for humility. That's what I pull for every day. And sometimes I lose my course on that. Being humble. Not being humble where I view myself as above others, because I don't do that. But I curse people out because they frustrate me. And I'm working on that. But it's just a matter of the depth of knowledge. See, my depth of knowledge is so much deeper than the common person. And this is why I get frustrated with y'all. Because y'all don't understand things on the level that I do. So therefore, things become minute when y'all view things or the aspect y'all view them in. Like a brother was stealing my sperm is the spirit teachings. And he altered it and he confused himself. So in his post, he is basically saying that the brain and spinal cord is the sperm cell. And this is not what I teach. I said the sperm cell is within the brain and spinal cord. But this is why I get frustrated, because when brothers take my knowledge, now you have to understand the knowledge that I teach, no one else teaches. It's a new thing. So for someone to take it, it's like you're cheating all the people that follow and want to learn, because when you alter it, you take away from it, and you don't give them the opportunity to learn from the source the same way you did. See, they may grasp it better than you, but you block them off from that when you run with it and you don't say the reference and where you got it from. And that's what pisses me off. And it's a deep thing, because y'all have to understand, stealing is the same as killing, and this is why I view stealing deeper than y'all. When a person steals, they take what doesn't belong to them. And when a person kills a man, he takes the man's life, and it doesn't belong to him. So you have to grasp, when they say if you'll steal, you'll kill, it's because killing is the epitome or the ultimate of stealing. You're stealing a person's life. And it's sad, because when you kill a person and you take their life away, you don't get the life. The energy is free and you get nothing out of it. So it's almost like stealing from a person and then you don't even get what was stolen. And it's a deep thing. When a person steals, I view it as pieces of killing, because you're taking. And the ultimate end to your road is taking a person's life. The person that steals a candy bar is taking his first steps into the life of or the path of a thief. And the man that kills a man, he is at the end of the thief's path. And it's a deep thing you have to grasp, and this is why I get frustrated when people steal the knowledge. But the main thing is that I stay humble, and this is what I pull for. So my frustrations only last an hour or so, and then I feel great. But it's a deep thing. To the brother Eligio, the most important thing is in life, brother, is to find peace within. The kind of peace that can't be stirred up. It's not about having a following. See, if I stand with my people, they're going to be standing on the side of me. Some may be standing in front of me, because I like to be tucked and hidden away. But it's all about having a sense of peace within. You have to let people be free in their thoughts. The brother Eligio is very strong in the viewpoints and the aspects and ways he like people to view things. So you have to view them exactly how he wants you to, or he begins to get frustrated. And you have to just let people think on their own course how they want. See, if a person's a Christian, I don't necessarily try to make them not be a Christian. I just try to teach them their religion from the aspect of the life, which is where the actual knowledge came from. Because any knowledge that we have, it came from someone or something observing the life. So it's a deep thing. Myself as well as everyone, we all got to pull for humility. This is the main thing I pull for on a daily. I have knowledge. I have abundance of it. I don't pull for the knowledge. It just comes to me. I have a certain level to understand everything, because I understand the essence of the life. And this is why I try to teach y'all the sperm is the spirit, because this is the beginnings of understanding everything. If you can understand that, then you can understand portals and how a woman's vagina is a portal. And that's how you came into this existence. You were a micro cell at first, so small you couldn't be seen. You were living in someone else's body. And then you developed, and you came out of the vagina, which was the portal, to be just like the woman. So any portal that is ever spoken of, it is the vagina. But people don't understand that all worlds are bodies. Once you can grasp that, then if they find a portal that leads to this world or that world, you're dealing with macro bodies in their vagina. There's micro life in all life. Even an ant has micro cell life within it. So it's a deep thing you have to grasp. The levels of life and how all life, everybody is a world. Everybody, not everybody, but everybody is a world. All bodies are worlds. My body is a world. It is a solar system to the micro life that resides within me. And it's the same on our level of life, where the micro cells within the being. And it's a simple, deep thing you have to grasp. When you're talking about dimensions, you're talking about bodies. Before you was in your mother, you was in your father. You left his body as a micro cell sperm. You got an egg within your mother's body. This was your second dimension. You got your body, you developed, and you left that world to become or to be in the world that the world you just left is in. So the world your mother lives in, you left her, which was your world, to be in her world with her. So when you see the sun, same thing. You leave this existence to become the existence you're within, or in its image, in its world. And it's a deep thing you have to grasp. To the micro cells within you, they live their life the same way we live our life. Your spirit, which is the sperm cell that's within your brain and spinal cord, it is their sun. It keeps them warm, and it's the same way it is for us, for them. And they probably have no understandings of the connections of the life, the same way we don't. And it's a deep thing, and you keep ascending up, ignorant to the connections of the life and how you just ascended into the world that you just left out of. Meaning, you become what you came out of. The sperm cell became a man, just like the woman is a man. Mankind. So it's a deep thing you have to grasp. Spirits will ascend out of the world into the macro and be completely oblivious to the connection in what actually transpired. And this is why we don't connect the sperm cell in that existence as us in our other world, in our other life. And it's a deep thing. But to all the teachers, I just want to tell y'all, man, stay in humble spirits. Try to keep ascending in the knowledge. Try to grasp the things I say if you can. It's a deep thing. That's all I can say. It's your main man Solace, the humble wise one. Let y'all get a little bit of this sunlight before it goes away. Humble wise one. Y'all be groovy, man. And understand, because a brother told me, he said, man, you said you're not into signs and symbols, but I'm sorry, I had to make sure I didn't leave nothing. He said you ain't into signs and symbols, but you have a chicken on your hat. That's a symbol. And I just want to let the brother know, man. Chicken is a life. Please rest that. This is how lost we are. The chicken is the life. And this is why I wear the cock. Because it's King Cock. You dig? It's your main man Solace.